Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to make homemade pasta and I'll try to make it as quick as possible. First thing is a half a cup of flour to 1 egg. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cups of flour, so that'll be 4 eggs. Okay, because it's only the 2 of us and we don't need that much pasta, but I really want to make homemade pasta. And I cleaned my countertop with vinegar. Let's get that guy out of here so I can work on it. Reason I'm doing this is because, one, for Christmas, there was no pasta to be found for lasagna. So anyhow, we've got our flour and we're going to make a hole in the middle of the flour. Okay? We'll make a hole in the flour and we'll put our eggs in the middle of it. That's one. We could not find any lasagna. It seems like everybody was making lasagna for Christmas. We went to every store. And so, thank God, a family member had 2 boxes of it, which was great. Okay, now you want to take a little bit of flour for your hands because this gets, and then you're going to break the yolks in the middle. Whoops, there goes one. And we need a pinch of salt too. There goes the other the other egg. Get over here. Okay. There goes my egg. So we're going to mix it up. Ooh, get back in here. With our hands. Believe me, this is reality. This is reality to what happens. Actually, this is my first time, again, making something. And like I said, the reason I'm doing it is because I don't want to be out of pasta. And it doesn't take that long. So we're going to squeeze it and get all that flour and egg mixed together. I don't know about you, but we sure did get another snowstorm. They sent the school home early today. It's not that big of a snowstorm, but anyhow, we're getting this, so it's coming together. It's a working in progress here. There we go. Try and get it off my fingers here. And you just keep kneading it until it all comes together into one ball. Did you ever wonder how people come up with recipes? I guess it's trial and error, just like I do. Trial and error. But how do they come up with, I make homemade cottage cheese now. I don't throw my old milk out anymore. I'll have to do a video on that, but it's, such a waste to have, because we don't drink a lot of milk. But when we, get a gallon of it. Sometimes we have a quarter to a half a gallon left and it goes bad. Oops. So it's getting there. Just keep working with it. Now, if you want to work with me, pause the video and keep working at it until it comes together. There we go. It's getting there. Feels sticky, but don't add any more flour to it. It'll work its way out. Try and get it off my fingers here. And after we get it together and into a ball, we're going to let it rest for a half hour. And then I'll show you what I have for my KitchenAid. It's a pasta maker. And we're going to make fettuccine today. So I can make some spaghetti. I want to make spaghetti, sorry. I don't have stuff to make Alfredo. I'd like to make, I don't know, we might make raviolis. I'm not sure what we're going to make with it, but we're going to make something. By golly, by gee. There's some more egg in there. That helped, having a little bit more of that egg in there. Oh yeah, there you go. Now it's cooking. It'll take the stuff off my hands now. That's when you know it's good. All right. So I'm going to put this in a bowl, a little oil on the bottom, and stir it around and just let it rest for a half hour. And almost like dough. So we'll just let it rest. I got a lot on me. It's fun. Kids would enjoy doing this. Oh my goodness. If I had my grandkids right now, they'd be having fun getting all this messy. So we'll take our bowl, put a tad bit of olive oil on the bottom. Roll your dough right in that so it doesn't stick to the bowl. And we're going to cover it. And we'll see you back here in a half hour. I don't want to touch anything. All right, see you in a half hour. Okay, while we're waiting, we're going to put together some sauce for our pasta. So I've already gone and chopped up some onion. And we're going to have about a tablespoon or so of olive oil in our pan. And we're going to saute our onions first. And that was a small one. It's only the two of us, so we put in a small, a little half, a quarter of an onion, small onion. We'll saute that. And while that's sauteing, we're going to take and put in our bigger pot a can of crushed tomatoes. Now, I do have our homemade sauce from our garden, but it's slim pickings, so I'm trying to save that for a bigger meal. This is just for a smaller meal for us. And a can of tomato paste in our sauce. So crushed tomatoes and a can of tomato paste. And we'll let that simmer while the onions cook. And we're going to put in parsley, oregano, onion powder, and again, garlic. Even though I'm going to have fresh garlic, I'm going to have more garlic in. And we're going to do a teaspoon of parsley. And a teaspoon of, well, a heaping teaspoon of oregano. And onion powder, a teaspoon. And a teaspoon of granulated garlic. And a half a teaspoon of pepper. And our onions are sauteing beautifully. We could turn that down a little. They smell so good. And salt. A teaspoon of salt. Our magic is to put a little sugar in it for the acidity, because it kind of upsets my husband's stomach. So we're going to put in a teaspoon of salt. Oh, those onions smell so yummy. I put the garlic in there, but I gotta let it cool down because I don't want that garlic to burn. I just want it in there to warm up a little bit. And then put it in the sauce. Okay. So what we're going to do is we got 4 cloves of garlic here. Saute those down a little, or cool it down a little. Whoops! Jumped right out. We'll just mince them in. Turn our sauce down a little. That's one thing about these new ovens. They heat up fast. So we got all that ooey gooey garlic. I'll just quickly get that in there. We don't want it to burn, not like the onions did. And then we'll put it quickly into the sauce. Oh. Oh, it smells so yummy. So we'll have our sauce cooking while we make our pasta, which we're going to start in 5 minutes. So here's our pasta. All yummy and delicious. So now we're going to start on our pasta. Now I got to show you. I have made, because I don't have a rack to dry my noodles, which I'm not going to dry them much, but I took a coat hanger and put some foil on it so that I could drape the noodles over the side of that. Okay, so now let's get started on our, look at the weather we have. It's been raining and snowing and making a mess. So I hope that everybody drives home safely today. So I've cleaned my counter I cleaned my counter, and we're going to flour the counter a little, not a whole lot. And I have my pasta machine on my KitchenAid. And we're going to take our dough, our pasta. Let me roll this into some flour a little bit. Maybe sprinkle a tad bit of flour on the dough. I'll shut that off for right now. It'll be another couple hours before we eat, so it can simmer later. But we're going to smash this down so we can put it in the machine. And if you make more than what I did, you want to cut it in half, which I probably will shape it so it'll fit in there. It looks like it's about 5 to 6 inches wide, so I don't want it too wide. I'm so excited. I just got this machine. Like I said, I couldn't find any pasta, any lasagna for Christmas, and that got me upset because I have all these guests coming for lasagna at my house, and had all the ingredients except for pasta. So I swore I wasn't going to go through that again. And you can make egg noodles. You can make fettuccine. With this one, spaghetti, fettuccine, and lasagna. So, all right, so I'm going to cut this down to about, and I'll roll that back up together to about 4 inches, a little smaller than that machine, because I'll just throw this back up. This dough is beautiful. Oh, awesome, that pasta. Okay, so let's turn our machine on. We're only going to put it on 2. Oh, that is so nice. So it's on 2 here and 1 here, okay? And that came out nice. So then you pull this over and you go to 2. This is going to make a lot of pasta for us. Now, depending on how thick you want your pasta, is how many times you go through it. And I'm going to try it on a 3, because it's pretty thin. But let's try it on a 3. Isn't that nice? I think a 3 is good. I think a 3 is good. So I'm going to leave that one over here and do my other ball. Flatten that out, because we're going to put that through the spaghetti machine. Now I'm going to put this back on 1. There's a little numbers on there. It doesn't look the greatest, but I think it's going to work fine, because it really made a nice, let's see, that should go through okay. Let's give it a try. Put this on 2, right there, and that's on 1. Oh, it might be too thick. Might be too thick. Okay. You see there's a piece in there. Stuck. But the thing is that it comes with all kinds of tools and gadgets that we could get. Here we go. Got that dough. So we'll just, now like I said, this is my first time, so I'm going to take this piece and cut it in half and use both. So I'll turn it back on to 2. There we go. And run it through. Ah, that's a lot better. Okay, now we're going to pull it out and go to 2. Nice. And then we're going to go to 3. And I think with this one, I'm going to go to 4. Try and see if I can get a little thinner and longer for spaghetti. Yeah, that's perfect. I like angel hair spaghetti or thin spaghetti. So let's pull this back over to 1. There we go. And then back to 2. And then we'll do 3. I know, are you excited to see the spaghetti? I am. Okay, so we'll put this back up on 1, and the front here is the spaghetti. So we'll do the smaller piece, see how it comes out, and then we'll drape it. Oh. Oh, that's stuck. Oh, that looks so nice. Doesn't that look nice? It's a little sticky. We'll try and get it apart. And we're going to stick it on our little coat hanger. Whoops. So we'll just take this, pull it through, and let it drape. Just like that. Okay. I think I'm going to shut it off and see if I can clean that out. Not hard. Very easy. Okay. You ready? Here we go. We're going to do the next smaller piece. See how that goes. Maybe we do have to go thinner. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it. Okay. Let me throw this on this rack. There we go. A little heavy on one side. We'll move that over. There we go. That equals. Now we've got our longer one. You ready? I might want to cut that in half. I think I'm gonna cut that in half. And like I said, you could dry this out and store it for, which I think I'm gonna make some for, I'm gonna try making some bow ties, because he likes bow ties. Of course, I'll only need to use the machine to flatten the, whew. All right, one more slice, one more. Ready? Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll shut that off. We'll grab a hold of these. And there you go. Isn't that just beautiful? Now, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to taste, but sometimes it tastes pretty good when you taste just like pasta. A little gooey right now. But oh my, can't wait to make it. So, you got a little hint there. Take a coat hanger, put some foil on it so it's not touching the coat hanger, and just drape them on there. Everybody has these plastic coat hangers. Oops. And let them dry. And then you can store these in containers or however you want them. You can roll them all up after, like that in a knot, a nice bundle, and dry them out. Put them in a container. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that, I guess, is how you clean this is all you do is you take your brush and knock down anything that's there. Push this thing in, and the top comes off. Oops, maybe not when it's on. It might not come on. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it comes off. And you just dust it with this. On the underside to get all that goop out of there. Very easy. Probably be easier when I take it off. But anyhow, I will come back. I'm going to boil up the water for the pasta and show you the end result. I hope you learned something and enjoyed it as much as I did. It was fun. It was a great experience. I really loved it. So we'll have our pasta hanging there, and we have our sauce on warm, and we'll boil up water for the pasta, and I think it'll only take like 10 minutes, not even, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, getting ready. We're going to put the pasta in the water. I'm so excited. Alrighty. I don't know how to do this. Let me get it off of here. You got one in there. Okay, I figured out how to get the camera to work, but here I'm going to put the other in. Oh, it looks so beautiful. And it's stuck to the... Now I'm going to time it for 3 minutes. It is kind of a thick spaghetti, but it looks beautiful. Look at that. We'll see how it works, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm so excited. Pasta is ready, and it looks scrumptious. I know you can't see it right yet because of the steam. Woo! Look at how beautiful that is. And this is all homemade. That's what we want, is homemade stuff. Anything you can make homemade is perfect. So then we got our sauce. Put a little sauce on there. And a little Parmigiani. And there we have it. I hope you learned something, and excuse me for any mishaps on my camera dropping, but this was so much fun. And we will do more pastas, lasagna. I love it. Now, I definitely have an oven that I have to clean, and I will make a video on how to clean that mess. My water blew all over the place. So when you're making the pasta, it did take 5 minutes to cook. And you don't want to leave it on high. You want to just shut it off because the water just went all over the place. So anyhow, I hope you learned something and enjoyed it, and get yourself a pasta maker. Woo, for your attachment for your KitchenAid. It was so much fun. God bless. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. And hit the bell for my next video on cleaning that oven. Alrighty. Take care. Bye.